Alright, let's just rip off the bandage early. Reforj, the upcoming blocky sandbox game that's being hyped up as the next Minecraft made by 4J Studios, probably won't be. And personally, I think it's gonna struggle. Okay, so Reforj, being developed by 4J Studios, the group behind the highly acclaimed console edition of Minecraft, announced a while ago their new gaming engine as well as their game project titled Reforj. You know, as in reforging? Get it? Anyways, I want to make it clear, I've got nothing against 4J or companies making sandbox games with a certain sharp-edged style to them, but I'm looking at facts, and within the last decade or so, we've gotten about 0 games have managed to even pull a fraction of an inch of Minecraft success. And it's not their fault necessarily. I mean, it is, because they clearly had an engineered format they wanted their game to carry on in a community which wanted to mimic Minecraft. But at the same time, it isn't entirely their fault, because they simply are trying to recreate lightning in a bottle. And that's pretty much Minecraft in a nutshell. Here's the problem with trying to compete with Minecraft, aka lightning in a bottle. You're not just competing with just a game. You're competing with a generation's worth of childhood. You're competing with mods that are more popular than many AAA games right now. You're competing with servers that have full-on economies and child labor practices. Okay, not really, but kind of. Minecraft didn't become a global phenomenon because it had blocks. It became one because it hit the right combination of creativity, simplicity, and timing. It wasn't built to chase trends, it made them. And that's the biggest red flag I personally see with Reforj. Everything about Reforj screams Minecraft but shinier. But shinier doesn't mean better in games. If it did, then a game as ugly as Minecraft wouldn't be what it is right now. And now let's talk vision and focus, or rather the lack of it. From what we've seen, Reforj wants to be pretty much everything. A creative open sandbox, a survival simulator, a fantasy land with unique mobs, creatures, and a multiplayer gaming experience. But when you try to be everything, you end up being nothing in particular. Then there's the tech trap. You've probably seen this in Reforj's marketing. A next-gen voxel engine with realistic physics, dynamic lighting, and unparalleled world simulation. Translation: we spent a lot of money on graphics and now we hope you don't notice the gameplay is kinda mid. Look, I don't want to dunk on a small team chasing a dream. Genuinely, making games is hard, making a good game is borderline impossible. And look, I know this all sounds negative, but I do want to talk about the good parts of 4J and Reforj itself. I don't think Reforj is just going to be another Minecraft wannabe game, because 4J themselves actually have real credibility to their name. Their work on the Bedrock Marketplace has been received overwhelmingly well, and it just shows that they do understand what players want beyond just copying what was already Minecraft. On top of that, they're the studio behind Legacy Edition. I mean, let's not take credit away from it. A lot of people still consider this the best feeling version of Minecraft, and that kind of track record makes Reforj feel more like a continuation of their ideas rather than a cheap imitation of the game itself. Even more than that, 4J is not coming at this as an outsider trying to chase a trend. They helped define how Minecraft felt for an entire generation of console players. Sure, it was Minecraft the game who was doing it, but they've already proven that they can refine core mechanics, pacing, and presentation in ways that Mojang never fully could. And honestly, never fully can even to this day. Again, with how well their marketplace content has landed, and the goodwill they still have from Legacy Edition and the community around it, Reforj feels less like a clone and more like them finally building something without restrictions. And this is where the main debate is going to come at, because if anything, it can either feel like a studio cashing in on years of childhood nostalgia, or a studio cashing in on years of experience, rather than copying someone else's success. The game is getting updated constantly, and these updates both interest me, intrigue me, and worry me a little bit. Because if a game that is supposedly this early in development is already getting title updates, it's telling us that that real early design might not be as early as they're implying. So I definitely think that it's important to make both sides of the conversation clear, not just focus in on the good and bash the bad. That's why I want everybody who's gonna comment on this video to watch the whole video. Do not just comment after the first 30 seconds, because you will not understand what I'm actually talking about. Watch the full video and understand that I'm not trying to hate on the game just to hate it, but I'm also not gonna blindly praise it. I have some concerns, I have some worries, and they are very genuine and something that nobody has really seemingly talked about. But it's all coming from a sincere and honest place, because Minecraft Legacy Edition was the Minecraft that I played. It was the Minecraft that I grew up on. It was my Minecraft. So seeing the studio behind that do something this similar to Minecraft, it has to not only raise a few eyebrows, but make you wonder. Do I genuinely have hope for the game? Yeah, as much as any other. I wish the 4J team good luck, and I wish Reforj to become its own experience. I truly mean it. I mean, there are certain aspects of the game that I've seen that do resemble some aspect of uniqueness and ingenuity. I mean, they've made it very clear that what we see now is very early development. Now we'll have to see what that really means. Do they actually mean that it's very early development and we're seeing something that most games would never show you? Or are they just trying to copy Minecraft from 2009? We're gonna have to see what 4J really means with all of this. But genuinely guys, do leave comments down below, start discussions, tell me what you think of this game, because it's a very interesting process making any game, and like I said, any successful game, nearly impossible. So for 4J Studios, this specific company, to try to do something this ambitious, it takes guts. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, subscribe and do all that stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.